Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve. You watching EmceeTV, the podcast. We coming at you live. I got the one and only Ryan Nixon up in here. What's up, bro?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Man, I appreciate you joining me. We, as always, you know what I mean? When you do new hardware, new software, things like that, it was a little bit of a turbulent ride starting off this morning, but we're here, we're rocking, and we got everything lined up. And I feel like it looks good.
Yeah, I look like shit, Steve.
Nah,
Not gonna
man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. But that's just me. That's my fault.
Nah, man, I'm ready to do this. I'm excited. You've been rocking out here in the Des Moines hip hop scene, and not just Des Moines, because on the battle rap level, you've traveled and you've crushed it all over. And so I definitely want to dig in on that. But let's start at the beginning, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm all up on this mic, so I'm coming in nice and clean, and it ain't coming out funky. Tell me a little bit about how you first got into hip hop.
So kind of a fun way, and it's where our stories intertwine in a way that I don't think you know.
Okay.
I saved it just for this because I thought it'd be fun.
Oh shit, I'm excited.
Well, so I always wrote lyrics, and I didn't understand that rap was like an option, I guess, in Iowa. And so I had a buddy one day brought an Unidentified Suspects CD to school. He's like,
pause real quick. Are you born and raised out here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, East Side, Des Moines, went to East, all that.
Okay.
So he brought an Unidentified Suspects CD to school. This has been sophomore year, where I can study hall. And I'm like, oh shit, this is an option. You can just like do this, you can rap, and you can like do that here. And I was like, okay. And so that was my first like, oh shit, okay, I can do this. So I started writing raps. I started doing all that. Didn't start recording anything until like my senior year of high school. And why I said it kind of intertwines with you, Steve, which is funny. So I was into like Unidentified Suspects. I was into like Tech Nine. And so I used to see you at all the fucking Tech Nine shows.
That's dope, bro.
So I just remember because I'm a fat dude. I went to Hoo Hot a lot. And I liked Tech Nine. So I've just known who you were for 20 years.
I appreciate that, bro.
You were just like, oh, that's the Hoo Hot guy, Tech Nine guy. Like I just 100%. Knew that. And so yeah, it's a funny thing in my mind.
That's wild. So I knew you from the Muse and stuff like that, but I guess I never met. And I remember running into you a few times at the tech shows, but that was back in my drinking days. Yeah. And motherfucker used to get a little too lit up at the shows and having a good time. But no, man, that's cool as could be. Yeah. I didn't realize you made that whole connection, and I didn't even bring it full circle. So that's dope.
I have a weird memory. I'll remember nothing, and then I'll remember that. I was like, oh, I remember that guy from that. It's the dumbest shit. But yeah, I started kind of making music. I was making music with a friend then, and then I went to college. I went to ISU. I only went there a year, but I was in class, and I walk in, and this kid behind me he has Atmosphere Reflections on his. I can hear it through his headphones, and I had just discovered underground rap was a thing. And like recently before that, I didn't know, so I'm all in on this stuff at that point. Because in my mind, like Tech Nine was mainstream in my head. Like I was like, everyone knows Tech Nine, right?
I felt the same way.
Yeah, and I didn't understand that. Oh no, that's underground. This is this. So I found like Atmosphere, and I found like Immortal Technique and all that shit. And then so I was like, hey, I like that. And the kid's like, oh yeah, I make beats. And I was like, well, I rap. And it was perfect. So we started making music, and then through him, I met a guy named Mike L, who was in a group at the time called VSW, Varsity Streetwalkers. And then through him, I met Aeon.
Oh, dope.
Gray. And so real early on, I met Aeon. So I kind of was lucky enough that I always had, like, a guy who knew what he was doing that fucked with me and, like, would show me the right way.
That's dope.
And so, I mean, he got me on stage at the Muse for the first time. Like, it was his album release, and people were just freestyling afterwards. And he's like, get on stage. And he brought me up, and I, like, rapped with all these dudes that were really good. He booked me on a bunch of shows that I had no business being on. I lucked. I got really lucky that I met the people I met when I met them. And so I always kind of had it easy, really. Like I didn't have to go out and book my own shows and shit because Aeon would throw me on the opening sets. I was able to perform all the time and had someone to tell me this shit was stupid when I would try something because Aeon's that guy. He'll be like, that's fucking dumb. Why would you do that?
That's exciting though, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool that you had somebody that was willing to kind of show you the ropes a little bit and and kind of help you out a little bit. And not only that, like, so I grew up in Wyoming, and we used to just walk around and freestyle because there was no hip hop out there. And so it was not even something fathomable until I came out here and I saw Horizon, NTT, and Tremaine from Straight Vodka rocking a Tech 9 show. And then I've come to find out these dudes were from here. And I was like, oh, this is a thing? Like, and so I basically had the same realization as you. I was like, oh, I didn't realize people at this level, you know, if I can get to that level, people at this level can get up and rock a mic and rock a stage. You know, because there in Wyoming, we didn't have shit for live music either. You know what I mean? Like, I went to Denver and caught a couple shows, but Cash Money didn't have locals opening up for them. You know what I mean? So that was a whole different thing for me too. So that's dope that you were able to kind of, and it was long before I got into hip hop and stuff that I discovered the Muse. You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, these are
I mean, some of my first shows were at the Muse. I was just lucky. We used to have shows. Michael we would throw shows in his basement. It was called the Facement. That's what we called it. And that's how I met Aeon and all them, is they came through and they would do Facement shows until it got like big. All of a sudden one night we had a show and just so many fucking people were there. I think Michael tells the story. It was just funny of walking upstairs because these guys were like big deals to us, like Gadima and Aeon. Like they felt like they were doing all this shit. So to us, they were like, you guys are legends. And so he's like, I just walk upstairs and fucking Gadima's drinking Kool-Aid out of my fridge. And we're just, and finally, like, his mom's like, this has to fucking stop. Like, you had 100 people here last night. And we're like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. But yeah, that's how, I met Aeon and all them through there. And then, I made music with Michael for a while. We had a group called Neon Current. That was cool. And I've always been kind of spoiled in that fact too, where, Michael made beats. He was a great producer, so I always had that. And then I met, he was Trey D Crazy then, but I met Trey Fix, who again, he's one of my best friends now. He had that like hustler mindset too of like, well, we do it ourselves and we do this and I do this. And so again, it's spoiled. I didn't have to work for shit because Trey was doing all that. Moved to Cedar Rapids, getting a group of them perfect who fucking was doing everything out there. The most DIY guy I've ever met in my life. Again, didn't have to do shit. I've just lucked into all these situations where I just got to make music. I just had to show up at a place and it was all handled from there. Like,
that's dope.
Yeah, it was the best. I couldn't do it. There's no way I could book shows. And like I thought of the ideas at times of trying to do like a battle league and shit too. And it's like, there's no way. Like the first time I had to book an event and one guy gave me any like, I'm like, why am I doing this? This sucks. Well, I don't want to fucking work. I just want to do this.
Shout out to the homies, Big Ray West and Tremaine up in here from Straight Vodka.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all tuning in to watch.
Tremaine's that's a name I've known forever too. Like I just had seen him at shows and shit, and I knew Straight Vodka. That was like one early on too. Like, all right, there's Straight Vodka. There's just people you caught on too early. Like, oh shit, this is dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those dudes were pillars out here when I first came in like 2002, and to see somebody from the community that was holding it down and representing on this national stage at Fowler Ballroom with Tech 9 was just mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. Well, I think I found NTT through, I got cool with like Izzy Dunfor for a while.
Okay.
Like
shout out Izzy.
Yeah, I haven't talked to that dude in forever. Funny story, I think I'm still the only artist on Dunfor Records.
Really?
I think he must have been drunk. He messaged me one night. He's like, do you want to be on Dunfor Records? And I was like, bet. And we never talked about it again. Never came up one other time.
Sold.
And I was like, all right, I think I'm still Dunfor Records. I don't think anyone's ever taken that from me. So
I love it. That's dope.
Yeah, funny as shit.
Hell yeah. I saw him. He was touring with Chris Calico for a while.
Really?
Yep.
Dope.
Yeah.
He moved to like Minnesota, right?
I think he did. Yeah. He was at a Newton, I want to say originally, but Big Ray West said Tremaine is the truth. He really is.
He is. He's such a good dude.
For real.
He's always been hella cool to me.
Yep. He's always been ultra like supportive and giving back to the hip hop community in Des Moines and really holding it down, and just he's always been that dude.
Yep.
Okay, so let's so you started off under Aeon Gray and with Aeon Gray a little bit, you know what I mean?
Him booking me on shows and shit. I was in a group, so it was I was in the group with the guy Bremen for a while, and that was kind of short lived. Maybe we lasted a year. Then I had my solo stuff, and then me and Michael really started doing shit together. We did a split EP called The Rebirth, which basically led to us being a group. It was just a half, 4 songs him, 4 songs me. We performed together, and then it kind of became like, all right, well, let's just make this a group. And we had one project produced by Michael and one project produced by Aeon. And so the Aeon one was, again, it's one of those things where it doesn't come out forever. We ended up recording it like 3 years after the fact with him and just like putting it out. Well, we didn't record it with him. We recorded it with Stephen Wright when he.
Oh, damn.
Is it right? No, Stephen Phelps. What am I saying?
Phelps.
Stephen Phelps.
Okay, yep. That's what I was thinking of anyways.
The comedian. Yeah, Stephen Phelps. We recorded it at his place and everything. And so, yeah, that was the only thing I've ever done produced by Aeon, though. Me and him floated around a solo EP for a while, and I had stuff written and just never. I think it's when I moved to Cedar Rapids, and then it just kind of fell through from there because I wasn't around like I was then.
Okay.
So I was out in Cedar Rapids for like 5 years.
Is the Cedar Rapids scene a lot different than Des Moines, or?
Yes, I mean, the fact that there, at least when I was there were no venues.
Okay.
So you had to get a bar to book you. Imperfect had his own sound system. So we performed at this place called the Break Room a lot. Little small room, but was kind of cool because if you got 30 people in there, it felt like it was packed.
Oh, yeah.
So like every show felt amazing in there, whether there was actually, 70 people in there or 30, it was just jam-packed. And so we had a lot of cool shows there. But yeah, we would show up early, set up the sound, do it all ourselves, and then tear it apart and take it back to Rick's. And yeah, for years, that's what we had to do because that's just what the options were there. But in hindsight, it was awesome because then we kind of ran this shit. There was no sound guy that didn't like hip hop that was gonna not fix your fucking mic.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember playing House of fucking Bricks. That dude hated rap so goddamn much. I could never get a good fucking mic at House of Bricks. And I made a point to be nice to sound guys. Like you go up, you shake their hands, you introduce themselves, you be fucking great. They make you sound good.
100%.
Like, be so nice to those guys. And so I always made that point. That dude never fucked with me.
So, looking at it, you know what I mean? We are kind of spoiled here because over the years we've had House of Bricks, Lefties, we had Java Joe's, the Muse.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
And there's been weird like club spots too for a while where there was like, I guess it turned into Woolies. There was like 504 Club, then turned into Woolies and all that. There was some other place in like West Des Moines too. I know I did like a freestyle event there once, but I feel like they did shows there too. But I can't. Margaritas maybe, was that the?
Oh, yep.
So there's like always been those little kind of places too. That there's always been options here.
Yeah, and
I don't know what it looks like now. I guess I see a few places, but I'm not performing anymore.
Well, and since we've lost the Muse, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that left a big hole. I mean, we've got XBK, but
I grew up in the Muse, dude. That one fucking hurt. I won't go into the new place.
Yeah.
I won't. I just can't. I can't fucking do it. It's no.
I went in there once just to see what it looks like.
Yeah. I heard it was like giant beer pong, and I was like, I don't need to see that shit.
Yeah.
That was my home for so many fucking years.
Big Ray West said 2060. I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, 2060 Club. Where the fuck was
at?
2060 at?
DJ Raj had it. Okay.
Yeah, I remember 2060. Yep.
Yeah.
There was always places like that for a little. God, DJ Raj, I haven't heard that fucking name in forever. Is he still around?
Yep. He does a lot of stuff up above Stuffed Olive.
Okay.
What's up in Voodoo?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yep. I get emails from him every once in a while. And Raj has got some kind of party going down or whatever.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Des Moines was kind of spoiled for a long time with all these extra venues and stuff, and then things kind of whittled down. Do you think we took it for granted, or do you think?
Absolutely. I didn't realize I did until I went to Cedar Rapids, and there was nothing.
Right.
And there was dope rappers there too. Like Imperfect's fucking amazing. I think you have to put him in like a top 3 of Iowa talk. Dude's fucking amazing. Rap his ass off.
I gotta dig in on him. I'm not familiar.
Imperfect's dope as fuck, dude.
Okay.
He's a great producer. He's a great rapper. God, he's just fucking good. And so you had guys like that, and there was a guy named Ezo out there that was really fucking good. I don't think he's making music anymore. There was just really good rappers out there with no venue. And, we would do what we could to throw shows. And, we had our crew, so usually the shows were, our crew and maybe another opener. But generally, I mean, it was us throwing shows, and every now and then you'd see another show, and we'd always try to go and support and shit. Like, we wanted there to be a music scene there, like especially Rick. I felt like it was like his baby. Like, he was always doing whatever he could to have a spot. They used to have, what do you call it? It was like Super Fresh Thursdays, I think.
Okay.
But he would, and he ended up doing Super Fresh Fest later on. But they had, like, his mom managed a bar or something like that, so he would throw shows there for years. And that's how, like, the Godimas and all, that's how, when I was going out there, DJ Richie Daggers was like, hit up Colorless and Imperfect. Shout
out Daggers.
I got told to hit up 3 people. 2 of them big timed me, and Imperfect was cool as fuck. I hold grudges like a motherfucker, Steve. There's still a few motherfuckers I hate out there because I'm like, fuck you. Like,
I heard. So I was running through your SoundCloud. This is a perfect segue. Yeah. I was running through your SoundCloud this morning, and all of a sudden it threw in one from Trip, and it was called The Villain, and he was. I think it was called The Villain. I hope I'm not messing that up. And he was basically talking about holding grudges and shit like that, and I was like, perfect.
Yeah, there's a few people I'll just never like, and it is what it is. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
All right, let's throw this one in there real quick, just because it's fun. Top 5 Des Moines rappers. Who's on your Mount Rushmore? Four with an honorable mention.
It's so hard because there's just the easy 4 for me to say are Trip, Fate, Aeon, and probably Debs. That's the easy one to do.
Yeah. And all are ultra dope lyricists, killers on the mic.
And then there's guys that are probably there that I didn't listen to or I didn't hear, Chris Jones became a fucking monster.
For sure.
I mean, at this point, I listen to Chris more than those guys I named. Like, I love their music still, but I have, like, Chris in my Spotify playlist. He pops in, and there's fucking amazing. He got so... I remember I saw him at, like, 16 at a Who's Got... God, what was it? It's probably, like, Who's Got Bars or something type event.
Something down at the Muse or something.
It was at House of Bricks.
Oh, okay.
And you had to, like, perform your 5 minutes, and then it was like a voting, and then if you won, I think you got to perform at some sort of, like, little festival, or not little, but just some sort of festival that was going on. But yeah, he was like 16. He's like, I think his mom was there with him. Like, to watch him become so fucking good at rapping, it's wild. Like, you're just like, holy shit, you're 10 times better than me now.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely leaned into it and developed a style all of his own that's pretty dope. Tremaine jumped in the comments. He said, can't be mad at that top 4 at all. Ray said, very solid.
Well, and it's also just who I was around and who I listened to. So it's, and I remember my ego being so big that the first time I ever heard Trip, I was like, oh yeah. Like, not heard his music, but I knew his sister before I knew him. And she came to one of my shows with another friend of mine, and she was like, oh, my brother raps. His name's Young Trip. I'm like, nah, I bet your brother raps. Yeah, I'm sure. No, I'm sure he's good. I'm sure he's real dope. And then ends up being fucking Trip. And it's like, oh, he's the best rapper I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
That dude's on a I wish my brain fired like that.
Yeah.
He's just the fucking goat to me.
I feel like, I don't know if it was the choices I made in life that slowed down the function of my brain or what it was, but that dude he's firing on all cylinders.
There's words he will combine and ways he will combine them that as a writer, you're just like, how the fuck? And that's what I like about rap. There's rappers like like Jid does that. I hear a Jid verse. I'm like, how the fuck did your brain even think to pick that flow, to hit the beat like that? To do it is just insanely good at what they do.
Well, and that's kind of what I think hip hop is going back to, right? Because we had this poppy commercial. So there was like the dope 90s, early 2000 eras where people were pushing bars like crazy and the beats were fire. You had Scott Storch and Dr. Dre. They were cranking out albums and the whole G Unit thing and a lot of people coming out of New York with just phenomenal sound. And then somewhere along the way, we got into the bullshit mumble rap stuff. Yeah. But you can't forget to mention like the whole era of KOTD and Grind Time and everything was bubbling and bars
was my
were
favorite thing.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And the internet erupted with all of that, and then shit just kind of went into a poppy commercial era. Yeah. And I think now we're definitely back to
things feel cyclical. And I think there's a place for both because I don't always want to hear that. there are times I just want to hear a good beat, and I just want to hear you like hit a little melody through it, and cool, I'll shut my brain. This is gonna be fun. And then there's times where I want to like hear you rap your ass off.
Some Chino XL shit or whatever.
Yeah. And I there's like a kid I work with. I say kid, he's like 22, but he's like, one day we were talking about music. He's like, we listen to music differently. Cause I was like, yeah, and that song, he says this and this, and he does it like that, and he's like, yeah, we listen to music differently. Like, I just hear a beat. I don't care what they're saying. And so there's just people like that, and that's why that commercial stuff is always going to be there, because they're fun, catchy beats, and sometimes I love that too. I was joking to myself. I was listening to, I had my playlist on, and Crunk Music by Dipset came on, and I was like, this is the fucking best. And I was like, how long ago that was at this point would be like, if my dad was like, oh, you got to hear this fucking hip hop hooray shit, like,
right.
I would have been like, what the fuck? And it's, to me, I love it. It's so good because I grew up with it. That was high school for me.
So that's one of the things I was going to say. I heard a lot of comedians have said this on different podcasts that I've heard, but music hits you differently for the era that you like. You make an emotional connection to it. Like, this was in high school. This was my first time having sex. This was my first time partying. Whatever, Yeah.
Dipset was like the beginning of me rapping, and like just kind of hearing something different. And to me, I was like, this is just crazy how they like are saying shit, and it's different than anything else right then. And you go back to some of it and it doesn't hold up, but some of that shit is still, I'll still rap a Joel's verse and be happy as shit the whole time, just loving life.
That's awesome. I always thought he was the dopest lyricist out of that group, but I think they held it down as a team.
JR was cool.
Yep. Oh yeah, JR Ryder was definitely.
I appreciate Cameron, but not so much from then, because if you listen to like the Cameron and Mace shit they had, Children of the Corn, Cameron can rap his ass off. He was like, I feel like the first guy's like, I can just say some silly shit that sounds cool and people will buy it, and I'll be rich. Because he was rapping his ass off, and all of a sudden it's just pink fur coat saying the dumbest shit, and all right, cool, man. It worked.
Talk about holding a grudge. As you can see, I'm rocking a Timberwolves hat, and Cam came at my dude Anthony Edwards, and so I'm like, meh. But I did used to like Cameron. I'm holding a grudge.
I feel you.
I'm holding a grudge.
Yeah, I appreciate a good grudge.
Yes. I was writing bars about him the other day. It was like, all right, I'm gonna work through this. Okay, so let's so you're making music.
Yep.
You're rocking the Muse every once in a while. Yep. How do you take that step into? Do you think people know you more for the music, or do you think they know they know you more for the battle scene?
Battle rap.
Okay.
Battle rap for sure.
And how do you think? How do you make that transition from one to the other?
So, I mean, honestly, I battled first.
Oh, okay.
So it was, I discovered battle rap really early, just flipping through the channels, saw Blaze battles, and was like, oh, fuck, this is amazing. What is this?
You're talking about the HBO Blaze battle.
Yeah. I hadn't seen anything like that before. And so, only even kind of, my parents didn't listen to rap and shit, so it was like, I only saw what I saw. You flip through channels and stumble across BET and be like, oh, what's this? Because it just wasn't around in my home. And so saw Blaze battles one night, went, oh shit, what is this? And I've always been kind of competitive, so I think that like, and then I'm a fucking white 38-year-old, so I saw 8 Mile and I loved it.
Yep.
It came out my freshman year of high school. It mattered to me. And then from there, the next day at school, everyone's battle rapping. You see it on like Thanksgiving weekend. At Monday, we're battling in the hallways. And so, started then, wasn't any good. I sucked for a long time. Like, I finally got good at one point. But I loved it, and so I always did that. And then started making music because I kind of came into the scene at a point where there wasn't a lot of freestyle opportunities. It seems like there was a spot on 6th, I can't remember the name of the place now, that was right before I started, that like Aeon and Gadima and all them battled at. That was before me. So when I came in, there wasn't shit. And then a group called Local Legends, they ran a radio show at Drake. Actually, the Rob Johnson, the like political guy in Des Moines, he was part of that.
Oh, wow.
So, like, he was part of that Local Legends. He threw battles.
Okay.
I have, like, a picture of him, like, doubled over laughing in one of my
What year
battles.
do you think this was? I feel like this must have been before I came around.
A long time ago. I mean, you would have been in Des Moines because
Okay.
it's after that, but probably 2008 maybe?
Oh, okay.
2008, 2009.
Okay.
I don't think Neon Current was like 2010-ish, and I don't think I was in Neon Current yet.
Okay.
So I think around 2008, 2009-ish, there was like a sushi spot across from Drake University, and they would hold battle events there.
Kind of like over in the lefties area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't remember the fuck the name of that place was now. But anyways, they started holding battles, and I started going to that, and I was like winning, or I would do very well until the last round and then just be like exhausted and fucking get beat in the final fucking round. Did that a handful of times.
And now, were these like lottery battles where you didn't really know who you were battling?
Know. It was all freestyle, overbeat.
So you weren't writing
there. Yeah, I weren't writing.
Okay.
And I think it's why I'm good at like rebuttals now, because you'd have that. All right, you sit in front of them for 90 seconds while they announce who this person to this person. You're already going.
Sizing them
all
up.
right, you're wearing this. You look like this. You got this, and you're going. I could do this if I say that. Okay. So your first bar was usually the shit you prepared for 90 seconds. So you always had a burner to start with.
Yep.
And then you just hoped it kept going.
Yeah.
But I was good enough at that like first couple bars that I would win a fucking battle because I hit you that hard in those first couple bars, and it's usually all it took back then because there wasn't a lot of good people.
Sure.
The first time I swear they didn't want me to win, I was going against. Do you remember KP? Was he around when you were?
That sounds familiar.
Look like Cat Williams. He did. Sorry, Kenny. You look like Cat Williams.
What was it? What's his?
Kenny Patton's his name. He went by KP. He'd have like background. He'd have like backup dancers when he performed.
Oh, maybe I didn't see him.
Yeah, he looked like Cat Williams, but they wanted him to win. The first one they did, it was like you won studio time and a radio interview on their station.
Okay.
And so it went fucking 5 overtimes. They kept just going one more round. Like, how many times I gotta beat this motherfucker before you give me the win? But yeah, so that was like the start of it. But there was always a bunch of people there, so I started getting recognized because you'd go downtown to drink and shit, and they'd call me Rick Ross because I looked like a white Rick Ross then. So you get Rick Ross and shit like that. And so yeah, I started getting like recognized from battle rap, and I was like, oh shit. And then I always followed battle rap, to as much as I could. I'd heard of Scribble Jam. I didn't know how to find Scribble Jam and shit back then.
I was gonna ask that. Okay, yeah, because that was what first kind of. Yeah. That was my first glimpse into battle rap on a real scene was watching some of that.
Yep, and that was I found more of that after finding other stuff. It was like, oh, this is a thing, and I went back and watched a lot of those.
What an era, man! I wish I could have went out and checked some of that out. And I think it was in Cincinnati.
And I think I found Scribble through WRCs, which I don't know. Did you ever watch WRCs?
I don't know if I did.
So WRCs were a 2-on-2 tournament. This is where like Thesaurus got famous.
Okay. I think I discovered the Thesaurus through Grind Time.
Yep. And so there was WRCs. It was a 2-on-2 freestyle tournament. And you went through divisions. So a lot of those Grind Time dudes were in WRC at the time.
Okay.
Marvin Quest were a team.
Okay.
Disaster was on a team with somebody. Who did Disaster team with? I don't remember. But Thesaurus,
I still fucking love Disaster.
Yeah, Thesaurus and Ilmac were a team.
Okay.
Organic was on a team then. It was Organic and what was Organic's Nameless? Was it Organic and Nameless? I think it was.
Okay.
Kid Twist and Poe Rich came out of that and everything. So I was obsessed with that shit. And
I might have to go back and see if some of this is still online.
They should be. It was on Jump Off TV. It was like a UK, but you won like $50,000 at the end. There was 2 years of it, 2005 and 2006 or 2006, 2007. So if you ever saw battles where they make fun of Marv for stolen tapes, it's WRC.
Okay.
So there was all these battles that they lost the main cam to. Somebody stole the tapes from the event. And so you don't have good angles of a lot of this shit. Or I think there are probably some battles fully missing. But everyone always claimed that Marv took them because they lost to Thesaurus and Ilmac. So you'll hear that shit sometime. I even brought a prop at one of the battles that said stolen tapes. But yeah, WRC. So that led me to Scribble because they're like, Ilmac's a Scribble champion. This guy's a Scribble champion. You're like, all right, well, let me go back. And maybe I heard Scribble even before because there was like, I want to be a freestyle rapper, like True Life on MTV.
Okay.
Where they went to like Rap Olympics. and I think they talked to like Swan was on there, and Swan's was big
a killer from
Scribble.
Detroit.
So I think that might have been how I heard about Scribble, or it could have been through Eminem because he had rapped it. So it could have been that too, but I don't quite remember how I found Scribble. But I think through WRC. WRC was amazing. So then when Grind Time came around, I'm seeing all these WRC guys. So I was begging them to throw Grind Time style battles back then. When we were doing these freestyles, like, just let me throw one battle before the event in this format. And they're like, it doesn't have a beat. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, no, that's dumb. Why would we rap without a beat? And I was like, because you can fucking do more. So I was on board pretty quick. I saw that shit. There was a period of my life where I watched every battle that came out. It was everything. Wanted to do it, didn't know how to even get started in that, because I'm like, there started to be Grind Time Midwest. So I'm like, all right, if I can figure out, I guess, a way, how do you even sign up for this shit? How do I get there? A lot of them like, you need footage. I didn't have battle footage. It was all freestyle shit before it was filmed. And then I opened a show at the Muse. It was G-Eazy was the main before he was big.
G-Eazy from the Bay Area?
Yeah, it was him, and then Fresco, Rye Bread, and
wow,
his name was Blake Lung or Black Lung. They were like Covert Empire was their group then, and so
that's dope.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, G-Eazy. I watched him do the same thing Macklemore did, where he played the Muse for nobody, and then went to like the middle play, and then played the arena. It was like I watched both of them do that shit. Because I watched Macklemore, Daggers and them open for him. So I watched him like 4 people in the fucking audience.
That's wild.
But he did wardrobe changes, put on a hell of a show. You're like, I get why that guy got famous. Like, he puts in the fucking effort. I wouldn't do that for 4 people.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing a wardrobe. I show up and see 4 people. I guess I leave the trunk in the car tonight. Like, I'm not doing all that. And that's why I'm not famous, and he is. So yeah, it's all him. But Fresco, he didn't see my set, but everyone afterwards was like, hey, that guy was good. Like, you should talk to him. And so he's outside. He's like, hey, I heard you like were good. Like, let me hear you spit. And I'm like, hey, real time, I'm a fan. Like, I'm a battle nerd. I'm a fan. And he was like, all right. He's like, I was like, I want a battle. And he was like, all right, go to No Coast in Missouri. It's a great place to start. You can get footage, and then you have tryout footage for the bigger leagues. And I was like, okay, perfect. So then he told me who to contact, and I started battling on No Coast in like Columbia, Missouri.
Okay. Has No Coast always been out of Missouri, or was it?
They're all over. So
okay.
Started in Missouri. I
was thinking Minneapolis, or like
they had Minneapolis too.
Okay, cool.
Started in Missouri because they were all going to like school there. It was all local guys or guys that were going to school at Columbia or at University of Missouri.
Okay.
And so, but as guys like graduated or moved or or met new people, they would open up in other places. So it ended up with Missouri or Como. So it was Como. They ended up with St. Louis through Shake. Breakneck had Minneapolis. One of the main guys, Pompey, he moved to Chicago, so they started doing Chicago. And then Chicago kind of became the main place.
Okay.
Their biggest event of the year was always in Chicago, Valentine's Day Massacre. And so, but they were the first league that was like fun. They had weirdos on there. It was always a party afterwards. So big names would come on a discount.
Okay.
I saw the T-Rex, like his 25-day kill. That's ill. For 25K, for real. Like, he did that shit in Columbia, Missouri.
That's cool.
Like, it was a bunch of hipsters and battle rappers in that room just watching the best T-Rex verse that there's ever fucking been. The funniest shit. But people would come for a discount because it was fun. Yeah. So, like, I was on, events with Thesaurus. I was on events with all these great fucking rappers.
That's
Real
dope.
Deal, all these dudes. Because they would just come to have fun and get drunk and party. So, No Coast fucking ruled. I love No Coast. They're, like, the fucking best. They get a lot of shit from people sometimes, and it's undeserved. They're just fucking the best.
Well, it's a cool twist on things, too, because I feel like everybody was East Coast, West Coast, and then we got the third coast in there with Houston and Texas really started flexing extra hard.
Yep.
But nobody really was able to represent the Midwest other than saying Midwest. So that's cool that they came up with a crafty twist on it, and they just said, we got a coast. Fuck it. No Coast.
And it was just weird guy. Like, Kelly Betts is a fucking weirdo, and I think he'd appreciate me saying that. Like, I love the guy. He's a fucking weirdo.
That's
And,
dope.
you know, they just loved battle rap too. I've talked to him about that. We and him have such a similar origin story of just finding shit at a certain time and becoming obsessed with it, where he found Scribble and WRC. He used to upload YouTube channels of like people's discographies, like No Can Do and shit. Because like some of that stuff's not available anymore. He changed his name and got rid of everything. He's like All City Jimmy now.
No Can
You
Do?
like you can't find No Can Do shit.
Oh, okay.
So, but like
I was always a fan of his punchlines too. I love
No
that.
Can was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Off the top, there was like not better than No Can.
Yeah.
Dude just fucking ruled. I loved a lot of his music. But yeah, it's just not like around anymore.
That's cool.
And yeah.
I got to see so I haven't had a tremendous amount of opportunity to work with a lot of those dudes.
Yeah.
So I linked up early on with the homie Black Pegasus, who rapped it on Scribble as Your Mama's Pimp.
Yep.
And me and Black P are pretty good friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Black P out of Colorado Springs. And actually, Mr. Biscuit had a event that he was going to perform at in Chicago, and Black P came out with him, and they stopped and crashed at my house when they were on their way.
Yeah, I've been on a couple different events with Biscuit.
Okay.
In No Coast, because he was in No Coast the same time I started No Coast. Like they were coming from Colorado, and then it was I did a handful, probably 2 or 3 events with Biscuit there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ultra talented.
Yep.
And then I got to kick it with Awkwards down in Kansas City a couple times.
Awkweezy?
Yeah.
Put him in a box and say easy?
Yeah.
Yep. Awkwards was a dude that I didn't know about, because I didn't know a lot of the... I've always gravitated towards West Coast battle rap, because they were funnier.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I like funny shit.
Yep.
I like the street shit too. I very much appreciate it. I like to laugh. So the West Coast always applied to me more. But I didn't know about a lot of the West Coast lore and like their events and shit until Avocado, who filmed a lot of that he put out like a Fresh Coast documentary. And so I remember Awkwards coming into Grind Time and everyone's like, this is a big deal, and not understanding why. And then you watch the Fresh Coast documentary and you see, Awkwards was like that fucking guy from California at that time.
Sure.
Like he was like the first of them to go to Scribble, and like he was that dude.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you appreciate him a lot more, because that's a good documentary too. If you haven't seen that, it's just called Fresh Coast Documentary. It's probably on like Avocado's YouTube, or if you just YouTube it. But it has so much cool old footage of freestyle battles from the West Coast.
Okay.
It's such a fucking good watch if you're like a battle nerd.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
definitely
good.
am. I'll have to peep that out.
Yeah, it's fun. I might watch that shit tonight now that I thought I haven't watched that in forever.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I'll definitely have to dig it up. Okay, all right, so here's something that piques my interest as somebody that's kind of prepared, because I was supposed to rap for Get You Some. Shout out Crazy Baby and everybody holding it down and Get You Some.
Yep.
I was supposed to rap in a couple of those. And what happened the first time? The first time, I think I got ducked both times, to be honest.
Happens.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I was nervous as fuck anyway. So by the time they didn't show, I had all these bars and shit. And then come day of, I'm always like, I don't know if I'm gonna remember any of my shit. I'm out in the parking lot with a piece of paper reading it over again.
That was always my fucking problem, is I have a shitty memory.
Yeah.
There was an event in Minneapolis that it's funny watching their reaction. You can hear them reacting in the back, because like Profilini went up there. He wasn't battling. He just went with. It was like me, Crazy, Profilini, Future. Hungry was there.
I think I remember this.
And I think just me and Hungry battled at the event. Maybe Rated too. But I didn't have my shit memorized. So they're watching me prepare like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You don't know any of this. I'm in the parking lot before the event, not getting through my rounds.
Yo.
And then went in there and fucking killed it. And you can like watch them react in the background, like almost in like, are you fucking serious? Like, I watched you not know this 10 minutes ago.
Did you use your same bars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you just had to go off the cuff.
Nope,
and
I just got through it.
That's dope.
There's like a pressure to it where, especially after you did it enough, you started to figure it out a little bit. My early battles, I choked a lot. I didn't understand how to memorize my shit, and I finally got to a point where I started to kind of get a rhythm down and was able to memorize shit better. But there was definitely days where like prepping for a battle was I hated it. I loved a battle. I hated everything before the battle.
Yeah.
And so I would push it back as far as I fucking could. And then it'd be like 3 days before the battle and I'm trying to finish a round and memorize shit. and it didn't work a lot early on. Later, yeah, it did. But yeah, I wouldn't know my shit, and I'd show up in the battle, and a lot of times it just came out, and I got it through clean out of pure just, I guess, nerves of having to do it. But yeah, I remember them like, what the fuck? And then me getting through 3 rounds clean.
That's dope. That's dope. What do you think, what's the best strategy to prepare for a battle is?
What I ended up doing is, because like I said, I have a shitty memory, so it's like a week process for me to compile and memorize. So I'll write just bars. I'll just compile everything. And then if I'm battling on a Saturday, on Monday, I start going through it all. I sort it into the rounds and then see if I have enough. If I need all right, maybe I need to write, 8 more bars or something. Normally I always had stuff to throw away. Usually I had more than I needed. So on Monday, I'm compiling the rounds, and then Monday I memorize the first. Tuesday I memorize the second.
It only takes you a day?
I got to that point.
Okay.
And then Wednesday's memorizing the third. Thursday and Friday's trying to run them all 3, just back to back to back. I got able to do that probably my last like 5 or 6 battles. I tried to battle a few more times after I had like a kid and shit, and I couldn't work on shit. I realized musically and all that I had to be like secluded. Like I had to I would just pace my living room and memorize and like write shit, and you can't do that when you can't wake the kid up.
Right. Or you're splitting your focus. Right?
Yeah. And it's like you got like a girl that that, oh, hey, will you grab me this? And you're like, oh yeah, and then you're not. You don't memorize.
Yeah.
And so I tried to do a few after that didn't go great. And then I finally was like, all right, it's got to be fucking done. I don't have the drive for this anymore. Like it used to be my favorite thing. It's not anymore.
What would it take to get you back into the battle scene? Do you think you could do it?
I mean, I could do it.
It's just you don't got the passion for it.
It'd have to be a want to do it. It'd have to be the right event at the right place with like the right opponent. I won't say never. It also, I do think it looks weird to just be like full gray haired up there fucking battling.
Man. Sage Francis?
Yeah, but I am not Sage Francis. And so I can't say never because I love it. There's still part of me that likes competition, and I still think of bars. Like I can't say I don't still walk around my apartment some nights and just like battle people in my head.
Bro, all day. I still bartend.
Yeah.
And somebody will step me on a check, and I'm like,
yep.
I got bars going through my head as I'm, you know what I mean?
Yep, I still do that.
Yep.
And it's, and I started doing stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And that's kind of like...
And they kind of go hand in hand a little bit, right?
They so do. It's a cheat code. Battle rap is a cheat code. You're talking about listening to like comedy podcasts. It's like a big thing. I'm a comedy nerd too.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts. And there's a lot of talk of like, 10 years, you find your voice, you do all this. Well, I kind of did that with rap and battle rap. Like I already know how to be on a stage in front of 100 people and use my words to get a reaction. I figured that out already. Now it's just figuring out how to fucking format a joke correctly and is shit like that. But I'm already comfortable on stage.
Oh, and that's the main thing that I think scares a lot of people off.
Like but I get the same like high from it I did from battle rap. Like you still get a pop. Like you tell a joke, you hit the punchline, and the crowd laughs, and you're like, all that is a battle rap reaction.
Yeah.
And so it hits all the same kind of feels, and so I don't know if I'll have that need to go back to battle rap.
Okay.
Because I kind of have an outlet for it now a little bit.
Where can people catch you on stage at? Are you?
I've just been doing an open mic in Ames at this point. I've done it like 2 months now. Like it hasn't been a lot. I've been on stage like 5 times.
Now that's dope though.
Yeah, but I want to. Like I said, I'm 30. I'm not gonna get famous doing stand up at this point in my life, but I like it. And I mean, I guess you could if I blew. Yeah, people
Don't
do.
Rule it
Some
out,
people
bro.
blow up late, but I'm not putting my eggs in that basket. I'm gonna try this banking thing for a while, and then
banking on banking.
Yeah, right. But it's fun, and I love it, and I've always wanted to do it, and just never had the balls to fucking do it. And then finally one day, I like woke up and I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and I just went that night. I like tried to like give myself an out because we have night training sometimes, and it was that same night. And I was like, well, if it gets out early, I'll go. And they always run late. that night it gets out fucking early.
Nah, you were destined.
I'm like, I gotta go. So I went and I did well, and it was fun. And you get the same kind of hang you get with battle rappers, because battle rappers get together and just tell jokes and talk shit, and that's all comedians do too.
Hell yeah.
So it's the same type of hang. It's like a blast. You just sit at a table with people and just say fucked up things.
I've been ultra fortunate with the comedy places I've gotten to go. I've been to the Cellar in New York. I was out there filming with Ren Thomas, Mickey Fax,
Nice.
and DNA. And me and my brother were out there, and I got all three of those dudes on different tracks.
Yeah.
And me and my brother were fortunate enough. I was like, bro, we gotta go check out this comedy store, or this comedy club. And so we popped into the Cellar, and Dave, I can't think of it. Bald head.
Dave Attell.
Yep, Dave Attell was sitting out front smoking a cigarette.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna hit the fucking stage. He didn't end up performing that night, but I did get to see Dave Attell, and I was totally gonna fan out and go ask for an autograph or something, but I didn't press him, and I was like, I'll catch him after, and I did not.
Dave Attell stories are the best from other comedians, because they all just. It's just he'll just be blunt as fuck to you apparently, and it's so fucking funny to me that you would have asked him and he'd been like and just like walked away or some shit.
You killed the moment.
Yeah 100%. You'd have said some shit like that, and, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah,
but Attell's funnier than fuck. I love Attell.
Okay, so it says Tremaine said, Nixon, are any of your comedy sets online anywhere?
No, I haven't filmed anything. I record audio so I can like listen to them back, but I'm not good yet. I like suck still. I won't put anything out there for a long time. Like until
dope.
I'm like doing actual shows. Like I'm just doing open mics. Like it's basically like I'm learning to rap.
Right.
I suck. It's fun right now. So
that's exciting.
I think I'll stick with it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been to the Comedy Store in LA a handful of times.
That'd be super fun.
That is the mecca.
And like all I've been to is Funny Bone here. Like I haven't been to anything anywhere else. Want to?
I think you just gotta, like, next time you go on a vacation somewhere, you just hunt down a comedy club and go check out some local talent. Yeah. And St. Louis has some good ones.
Yep.
And Funny Bone's good too.
Yeah.
I think you can catch some fun people there. Yeah. Especially like the up and coming people that usually warm up the mic first. That makes it a little more fun.
Yep.
For me, that's more entertaining, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen a lot of just like, I'll go with like my dad to the Funny Bone. I've seen like Pauly Shore and Tom Arnold and shit at the Funny Bone. I've seen some big shit. Like I saw Chappelle when he came here in like 2005.
Chappelle's a killer.
I mean, that was amazing. He was doing I think it's For What It's Worth. Is that the name of the special? It's a Showtime special. He was touring that before he filmed that. So I basically saw that live.
That's dope.
And then I've seen Jim Jeffries in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, nice. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah. Probably my fucking favorite of all time. Like that. He did like an hour and a half, and it killed the entire fucking time. It was so good. So good. I saw Shane Gillis when he was here last in like May, I think.
Okay.
But it was at Wells Fargo. It was too big.
Yeah.
I was up at the top because I
feel like you're watching the monitor the whole time. Even if you're on the floor. I went and saw Bill Burr, and we were on the floor in like row 18 or whatever, and I was watching the monitor the whole time. Yeah. It kills it.
I saw some people. I love Big J Okerson. He opened that, so it was cool to see Big J. James McCann, I found, like, first time I saw him do stand-up, he's like an Australian dude. So fucking funny. Has one of the best, like, he has like a little 30, 45-minute special. It's so fucking funny. He was honestly the best of the night. Like, Shane was funny, but James McCann fucking killed it.
Okay, I'll have to check him out.
Dude, he has a special called Black Israelite on YouTube.
Okay.
It's so fucking funny.
Dope.
Yeah.
Tremaine said he saw Akash at Funny Bone.
Oh, that'd be cool as fuck. I bet that was a fun show.
Yeah.
I've never seen all I've seen is his like crowd work clips. So I've never seen any of his actual bits. But he's like a funny dude, so I would assume he has a good set.
Yeah, I think that's all I've seen as well. Well,
that's such a big thing now. Everyone just posts crowd work clips.
Yeah.
And okay, if you listen to comedy podcasts, half of them fucking hate it. And there's a few guys that are great at it.
I forgot about that. Tremaine said, I ran into Steve at the Bill Burr show.
Hell yeah. Bill Burr would be fun to see.
Yeah.
He's good as fuck too.
I get the Bill Burr thing a lot. People will come into the bar where I work at and they'll be like, oh, Bill Burr, what's up, bro?
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
Yeah. Bald dude, red beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
They lump you all together.
Yep. Yeah. What the hell? Okay. So you think you're gonna pursue the comedy thing for a while?
Yeah, I want to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do open mics and get better, and hopefully I start getting some shows down the road. I wouldn't even think probably for a year or two even. Like I just need to get better, and like I can crack a joke hanging out, but like it's weird to. I mean, excuse me. It kind of works like a punchline in battle rap. You still gotta get you to the point of making the joke, and I'm like trying to get better at that. But it's also hard to be like, I think this is funny. How do I make other people think this is funny?
Like Bert Kreischer. Like he everything he says he thinks funny.
Yeah. And it's like if I, make a joke about something that, you might think it's the dumbest thing fucking ever. It might make me giggle, but I don't know until I try it. And maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. I've been lucky enough that I haven't like bombed yet. I know it'll come if you listen to enough comedians that you're going to bomb eventually. I've just been lucky enough that I haven't yet. It's coming.
That reaction, I think, is the biggest fear for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I think, and that's why most people are afraid to get on stage. They don't want that.
Well, I think it's I've done enough like bad rooms in music or battle rap to kind of like know that happens too.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of the things you learn early on writing battle rap is you don't plan for a reaction. Write your bars, prep them just to say them. If you get a reaction, cool. If the first time you go, all right, I can take a breather here, that's a fucking haymaker, and you prep the whole time taking a break, and then you get silence when you say it, and you're like, oh, okay, let me keep talking. Like, ouch. So I know that enough to be like in comedy too. Like if they don't laugh, just fucking keep it moving. Like don't think you're gonna make them laugh because it might just be funny to you, and I've done that with battles too, where I have some weird reference that I think is great. And it might be a good bar if you really know the reference, but if you don't, like, it gets nothing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit, I guess you didn't watch Con Air. Sorry. Good movie. You should have watched it.
You missed out. I went the very first battle I ever did. We used to battle walking around, talking shit to each other, fucking around as like homies, or we would just roast people on the street that had no idea that they were going to be part of a rap and had nothing to do with hip hop. Just walking around talking shit as a young kid and exercising my obnoxious behavior.
Right.
But I thought I was a top tier. I was just gonna kill it in battle rap, and had a hard reality check when I went down to Kansas City to battle this dude off MySpace. I think it was MySpace.
Yeah.
I reached out and battled this dude, Dutch Newman, who I had on recently.
I told you I have a funny Dutch Newman story.
Yeah.
It's probably fucking an asshole to tell it, but I've never seen the guy since. But we were imperfect in them. I got a battle at South by Southwest. Not like in the festival itself, but everyone throws shows around and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was going to go down there and battle, and we had some sets. And so we drove down, and the first night we stopped in Kansas City because Rick knew people in Kansas City. He was down with like Steady P and all those guys, if you know who that is. Yeah. So Rick was like really good friends with those guys. The emoticon shit was mixed by the guy who mixes all Steady P shit.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Can't remember his fucking name now. It's Suburban Bro Studios. But we went down there and we didn't have a place to stay. And Dutch is like, you can stay at my place. And we're like, cool. And we get there and Dutch was drinking and he didn't bother to tell like his baby mom that he's bringing 3 dudes to their apartment with their newborn baby.
Oh no.
And we get there and she lost her shit. We left. Like she kicked us out. We left. we slept for maybe an hour or two and then got back on the fucking road to Texas.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, he was just getting yelled at. I felt so bad for him. He was just trying to be a nice guy and give us a place to stay. This girl was like, "Get these fucking guys out of here. The fuck? We have a newborn baby. The fuck were you thinking?"
I just said yes.
He was just a drunk guy being nice.
Yeah. That was me back in the day.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what you did. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I met Dutch Newman was that night.
That's comedy. He was
early no coast too. I want to say he did like an early no coast battle. I'm pretty sure too.
Okay.
Yeah.
The battle I did was hosted by Mac Lethal.
Okay.
And so I was already excited.
Yeah.
And I went by that motherfucker Steve.
Yeah.
And that was a terrible idea because he right off the gate, he was like, that's an interesting moniker. As he brought me up to the stage, I was like, oh, this isn't going to go as well as I thought.
Yeah.
My opening punchline was, and I still think this was hella creative.
Yeah.
I said, you couldn't beat me if I was the dick in your pants.
Solid.
And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna start off with that.
What year is it? Is this freestyle or is it like
100%
on beat?
No.
Okay.
Fuck. I had a couple beers in me that night. I don't know. I think it was acapella.
What like year? Like what time frame are we talking?
2010.
Okay.
So for me, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for everybody, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But
18 for me. But yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so it was I was young, cocky, and I just signed up off of MySpace or whatever and messaged the dude and was like, I saw a flyer for it online and was like, hey, I think I can do well in this. I'd like to come down. And they
was
were
it like a Riot Fest or something like that? Was it like at a festival?
It was at Record Bar. I'm not sure who threw it, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I don't think I ever met the dude.
I think Record Bar is where we went that night too.
Okay.
Because Far Out was performing, who was cool with Steady. And I think Dutch was probably performing. You might have just been there, but I remember Far Out performing that night.
They had a lot of. Actually, I just went to the Chris Webby, Jaron Benton, and Whitney Payton show at Record Bar. They're in a new location. They're not in Westport anymore,
Gotcha.
but a lot of history with them. You know what I mean? And I think the new location might be just as cool, if not cooler, than the other one. So,
nice.
yeah, bro. We connected on a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the future. What do you think you got going for the future? Where does life take you?
I don't know. Like I'm dad now. I just kind of grew into that, and I work and I take care of the kids and shit. And
how many kids you got?
I got my son, and I have a stepdaughter. We never like married, but and been in her life for like 8 years. My stepkid.
Okay, yeah, that's.
So yeah, just kind of like even like today, I got to go pick them up from school.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of that, and I started doing comedy. I think that's kind of the path forward for me. It allows me to be creative and allows me to get on stage and stroke my ego, and I need that. I miss that.
But you're still doing music, right? Because I did see.
I
saw you hit the booth with Ray West.
As it happens, like he asked me, I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. I want to make another project. I don't think I never want to not make music again. I basically in this mode right now where I write like 8, 10, 12 bars, do a beat, maybe write a hook, and then never go back to it again. I have a bunch of those.
Yeah, I got a notebook full of that shit over there.
It just, you kind of get something out, and then I think it came to a point too where a lot of my music was very personal, and I'm kind of at a point where I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to write about my baby mom. Like she's my baby mom. I like her. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to write about our fights like I would have with another ex. That's kind of what Emoticon came from, was from a breakup, and it was just me writing about the breakup. That was our whole joke, was just making an emo record, because I was always doing emo shit and they would fuck with me about it. And we're like, we need like a real emo name, and like we ended up just on Emoticon, and then we joked about making the first CD Emotion Picture. And then we ended up just doing Emoticon, and then we did the second one is just #2. We did like TOO. And so it's just 2 little quick EPs. But that was always fun, because that was all me and Rick together, where I'd go to his place. He had a stack of records. We'd just go through records till we both looked at each other and went, oh shit. And then he'd make a beat, and I'd take it home with me and write a song.
That's dope.
And it was like one of my Cedar Rapids, I had my most fun musically, because I had the shit I was doing with Rick, and then I was doing my solo shit with AP was the guy I lived with we built the studio in the basement and all that. And so I was like doing the solo shit with him, and I had the Emoticon shit with Rick, and I was like, it was so fun, and I was like at my best. My brain was firing on a whole nother level than it can now. That's another charge. I can't write as good. I listen to some old shit, and I'm like, I used to be good at this. And now I try to write some shit, I have to like almost simplify it. Like my brain, like it's a muscle. You have to fucking practice this shit.
100%.
I had somebody ask me, can you freestyle? And I was like, I mean, it won't be good because I don't do it every day anymore.
Right.
There was a period of time, well, like Fate kind of talked about it. He didn't go in depth. This motherfucker. Fate used to make you freestyle. He would show up to shows with a boombox and make you come outside and rap. You had to prove to him that you were a real rapper. Like there was probably 2010, 2011 he was doing this.
I love it though.
Which I didn't mind because I was that guy. I wanted to. That's how I met Crazy Baby even. He showed up on me at the Muse one night. He's like, I want to battle you. And I was like, all right. And then he went and fucking crushed me. I'm trying to freestyle sucking. I'm like, oh, fuck, this kid's great. Who's this kid? And then ends
Where
up.
the fuck did he come from?
Yeah. It ends up being Crazy Baby. Like, but yeah, that's how I met him even, was just, he showed up and.
That's how I met him too.
Yeah.
He was just kicking it at a bar, and my drunk homeboy was like, "Shout out to my homeboy Matt." Yeah. My drunk homeboy was like, "My dude can rap."
Yeah,
and
he fucking can.
Yeah,
that's it. We got lucky with Get You Some, where we had a whole group of guys that loved battle rap at the time, and there wasn't an outlet here. People got spoiled with Get You Some. When I started, you had to go on the road. There was no other option, so you had to learn this shit on the road. And I got comfortable on the road. And all of a sudden they started building a league here. And at first I was like, I was like skeptical that it could work here. Because hip hop in general here isn't that like followed. Like it's gotten better, I think.
For sure.
But back then, I mean, you didn't do crazy big shows. A few people could. I remember feeling so emotional when Maxilla sold out the Muse. I was like, a fucking local act just sold the Muse out. We just fucking did it. Like we all made it.
Hell yeah.
That's how I felt when they did that shit. I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. But you didn't know it was like an option then. And then Get You Some just caught on. People loved it. And we had that crowd spoiled people. They call outside of Iowa, they call us Gas You Some. Because the crowd reacted to shit they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But the footage was nice because the crowds reacted. You came to Des Moines. Like we made Des Moines a destination for battle rap at a point. Like people were coming here and wanted to come here.
A Ward came at the peak of his career.
Yes.
Not to say that he's peaked.
And was like happy to do it and had a blast.
Yeah.
Like it became a place where people wanted to come because it just, the crowds, and especially at the Muse, the crowds at the Muse were fucking perfect. We had such good events there.
Well, and just the soul in that building.
Yeah. And I'm hoping it comes back. I don't know if Get You Some is still happening. I see they're doing the Shut Up and Rap stuff with Killjoy's doing that now. So I don't even know but I think it kind of fell to a victim of its time where we had all these guys that loved it and we became like the faces of the league, and then all of us got old and we just kind of phased away from doing it. And there wasn't that second class that loved it the same way we did to like keep it going at that level, I feel like.
When I think
you had Obs was great. Fucking Andre was great. DK was great. But there wasn't like a lot. I don't think any of them cared about it. And at least maybe it's an ignorant statement. Like cared about battle rap in general, like I did. Like I don't know. Maybe Andre did. Maybe they probably all did. I'm probably just being very like an asshole right now. But I think eventually people just they didn't. There wasn't a fight to keep it going the way it was. And also you kind of run out of battles. You can only battle so many fucking people.
Sure.
And we kind of got into the point where Gas You Some was a thing where people started to feel like, well, I'm a fucking big deal. And it's like, well, you're not. Because you might be a big deal here, but it doesn't mean you're a big deal. Like, I used to tell people, like, I'm a big deal in a very niche community in Des Moines, Iowa. Like, it's not like I'm not big elsewhere. I quit about the time I started to get a little bit of notoriety. I had my battle with Isaac, and people like Avocado saw that, and some people saw that, and I was like, all right, this might be my end now. And then I like knocked up my girlfriend and like just stopped battling basically.
I think part of it is maturity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was shit that I would have said on the mic that I've got an 18-year-old in college now. You know what I mean? Yep. I can't say that same shit. I've got a 14-year-old in junior high.
Oh, I used to make people mad. I would make up like generic personals. I would just say shit because I thought it was funny. And sometimes it would like be right. Like I battled a guy when we went to South by, when we were going to Texas for that shit. where I had some dumb lines about you got 6 kids and your girl cheats on you when you're away, and like we're talking before, he's like, yeah, I got 5 kids, and I'm like, oh. And then I'm sitting there like, don't you ever wonder why you come home to a tired wife in a dirty house and all this shit? And he's just staring daggers through me. And I'm like, I didn't even know any of this pertained to you. Like, I just wrote this shit. I thought it was funny. Sorry.
Yeah.
That shit would get me. I kind of fell back from personals because of shit like that. I did them against Death Note because that was like the only dude I ever battled that like I didn't like. Fuck that guy. He was so weird. So I did personals against him, but I tried to like not get too personal in battles after a certain point because I was like, and I didn't want that shit coming back on me. Like, I don't want you to dig up all my. Like, I remember my worst fears. I had a buddy who had committed suicide, and I was like, one of these motherfuckers are going to bring this up in a battle.
Oh, shit.
And I think I'm mature enough to not have a reaction to it because I've done this long enough, but I don't fucking know.
Right.
We're all still men. Like, everyone has a breaking point. Like, you can say whatever in a battle. Yeah, some dudes might hit you.
Right.
I think most of us have agreed that it's not going to happen, and we know what we're signing up for, but it happens. There's still fights and battles all the time.
I got punched in a battle once.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna. I said figure in a battle. What do you think he thought I said?
Oh no. Oh no.
To this day though, my favorite thing that ever got said to me by any human being was it's so fucking funny. The dude swore I said it, and I'm like, dude, I didn't say that shit. Two things. The DJ, a white DJ, kept going, even if you did say it. It's like, shut the fuck up, I didn't say it. So, no, but even if you did, no, there's no even if I did because I didn't say it. Like, I wouldn't say it. That didn't happen.
Nope.
But then it was at the sushi spot. I knew one of the guys there his name was Ali. He was and he was one of the first guys I ever recorded a song with. So he comes up to me after, he's like, just so you know, if anything goes down, the Asians got you. I was like, this is the best thing ever. Just so you know, the Asians got you. Like, we're going to have a race war because I beat this guy in a battle now? Like, what the fuck are we going to do? But yeah, that happened. That was the closest to a fight. That guy was pretty mad. I think he really did. I don't know if he was getting his ass beat so bad he like, I need to get out of this, or if he really thought I said it. Because I was fucking him up. But, yeah, it was all of a sudden, battle stopped. He's like, you said it. I'm like, no, I fucking didn't. Like, think I'm that fucking dumb?
Right?
Like, Hungry had one of those moments in No Coast where he said some shit. And everyone, there's a meme someone made of it where you see everyone kind of look at each other real quick, like, did he just fucking? And even I'm like, no, he didn't say that. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Some of those dudes dance.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, you're getting real close to crossing the line, dude.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
You can't, you just got to let that rhyme go.
Yeah. So, and it's wild because battle rap, you will say the most horrific shit. I've heard dudes talk about people's kids, wives.
That's why like there's some of that shit where I don't fuck with to a certain battle rap. I've met some of the greatest people and some of the biggest weirdos I've ever met in my entire fucking life through battle rap. There are some terrible people in battle rap, and there's some amazing people. But yeah, there are some assholes out there that, I mean, like I like Caustic as a battle rapper, but like, yo, he ruined a guy's marriage in London. Like, why would you do that? And just to win the fucking battle, like, it's a dick move.
Yeah.
But that said, I watched the battle like 3 times. It was a great angle. Can't deny the angle. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
One of those reasons I don't want to battle a good friend. Because, like, what if I think of the best bar?
Right.
That's, like, brutal.
You got to pull your punches.
Like,
when those are the people that you know the most about, too.
Yeah. Like, if me and Future ever battled, we probably wouldn't be friends after. He has so much shit on me. I have shit on... If any of us decided to go personal, we probably wouldn't be friends again.
Yeah.
Like...
That's one that just makes it tough. You know what I mean?
It's... Yeah.
And you know that's the sport you're getting into, but at the same time, it could get bloody.
Me and Underdog, that was like the time to our side. Like, I don't want to battle a good friend again like that, because the promo for that, me and him started getting, like, we eventually had to message each other and be like, let's just stop, like, so we can still be friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're pissing me off, I'm pissing you off. We're trying to promo a battle, but it's getting real.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting mad at each other now, so let's just stop so we can, like, still have a friendship.
For sure.
Yeah. And that's kind of when I was like, I don't want to battle at least on a serious note, I don't want to battle good friends again. Like,
yeah.
There's people I would battle because I know we're just going to be funny about it. But like, yeah, I don't know. At this point, there's definitely not a friend out there that I'm like, ooh, I want to battle that guy.
Right.
I guess maybe some like out of towners that like I'm cool with that I know I'd have a good battle with. I always wanted to battle Trim Forte. I don't know if you ever saw that dude at all. He was like out of Rockford.
Okay.
We always talked about it, it just never happened. But that would have been a fun one, just because we were both good and we wouldn't have went like crazy at each other. It would have just
You're
been
not going for the jugular.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so who's on your battle rap Mount Rushmore?
Say that I'll piss people off because I just have my preferences. I think it has to be Ilmac.
He's a killer. Definitely for the longevity too, right? Because he's battled in so many different leagues.
Yeah. And just
has he done?
He might have did a smack.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I want to say he has one, and I think it didn't go well.
Okay.
It's Ilmac.
Yeah, this is tough.
It is, because there's a lot of guys I like.
When I'm trying to come up with my list, and I'm thinking of people that I have a personal connection to.
Yeah, it's probably
well.
Ilmac. It would have been Paste would have been on there
for sure.
I guess he can still be on. It's Ilmac. It's Paste. Like I want to say No Can just because I loved him so much, but he didn't do a ton. He did the freestyle. He was a great freestyle battler. He did a few grind time shits, but he didn't really ever. He didn't have that longevity in battle rap for me to like. I feel like I can put him on there.
Sure.
I probably have to put Thesaurus.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Two-Time Everything. I think I saw someone say Pat. Yeah, dude, Pass is fucking great.
I don't know if he's saying passwords or Paste. Tremaine, is that passwords or Paste?
Passwords was amazing.
Yeah.
Passwords is such a good rapper that like I never. He wasn't like the best battler, but he rapped so well in his battles that it was like, okay, like you're great because you rapped so well.
Yeah.
But like none of his battles were ever like, oh man. But like I listen to his music. I like Passwords. I like how he raps in battles.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, Passwords.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pass is amazing.
Yeah.
And then.
So I would definitely. If I'm throwing names out there, I mean Marv won.
Oh, what the fuck am I saying? Yeah, Marv.
But I got a personal connection to Marv. I've interviewed him several times. Yeah. I got 3 songs with him.
No, Marv is the GOAT.
Yeah. Marv's a killer.
Marv probably is on that list. Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably is Marv. Marv, Pat, Ilmac, Source. And that is very much a product of the time of the era I grew up listening to. And yeah, Marv is the best. I have a random battle with Marv talking in the background. That's like my little. I did a battle in Minneapolis. He battled Head Ice as the headline that night. But I had a line again, generic, just saying something about someone's girl. Felt like an asshole after the fact, but it was just. I said your bitch got 2 chins. Or your bitch got 2 chins. Always saying she different. It was at the 2 Chainz time where he's like, I'm different. Yeah, I was like your bitch got 2, and then. You hear Marv in the back, like, realest rapper. He's just doing like an ad lib from the fucking song. It's so like, and he told me I was good afterwards. So I was like, oh, Marv once said I was good at rap.
That's dope.
There's little things like that of awkward nerd battle rap shit where you try not to nerd out. Like, when Thesaurus battled in No Coast, I ended up like eating breakfast with a bunch of guys at like the breakfast spot the next, or like middle of the night. But like Thesaurus is there. I'm just like eating my food. I'm like, Thesaurus is over there eating too. I've watched hours of him battle in my life.
Yeah.
Probably, days of my life I went to watching this guy battle, and I'm just like eating breakfast with him. And you have to like not nerd out because like they're just guys. Like battle rap famous isn't famous. Like they're just fucking dudes.
But I mean, if you and what's the verse tracker?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. You look at some of them stats on verse tracker, and you're like, oh my god.
Yep.
Like it's wild that. I got another thought here in just a second, and then we can wrap it up. We don't have to go too long. I know you got other shit to do.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you look at some of those stats, it's almost like looking at a mainstream rapper's Spotify or something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You get international. So apparently like the Filipino leagues, the views they were doing, holy fuck.
Really?
Flip Top in the Philippines were eclipsing anything America was doing view-wise.
Okay.
Only a few guys went over there and battled, and a couple of their guys came over and did like the World Domination, King of the Dot events.
So I was going to say, I've seen King of the Dot London and stuff, but I didn't realize Filipino, or
it was
the
called,
Philippines.
It was called Flip Top.
Okay.
But they were the first out, we're doing 10 million a battle, that type of shit. Just crazy numbers. But apparently in like, I don't know if it's Mexico or if it's just South America, there's a whole big battle shit going on down there now.
Okay.
That they're putting up crazy numbers and doing like, 1,000 people in the venue type, like large crazy number shit battles.
Are they rapping in English? Or
I think it's in Spanish. I've just heard people talk about it, and I haven't personally seen it. That's the thing. I don't really watch battle rap anymore. Like, I loved it for so long. I liken it to how MMA was. Like, there was a period in my life where I loved MMA, and now it became too much. Like, I can't consume it all anymore. Sure. When I could get on rapmusic.com every day and be like, oh, these 4 battles came out. All right, I'm going to watch these 4 battles. Yeah. And then when it's like, oh, now there's 300 leagues and 500 battles came out today. Well, I guess I'm not going to watch them. And it got like that with MMA. We're like, all right, I had to watch one event a month or one event, cool. Now there's an event every weekend and there's this and there's that. I can't keep up with it.
I'm going to fact check myself real quick.
And they're all Eastern European now. I miss the Chuck Liddells of the... Oh, God.
There's a Adobe Premiere commercial that's been running, and it's either 200 million views, or 200 million videos a day, or
I believe it.
Yeah, or 2 million views.
I would even be shocked if it was only 200 million. You think of all the people.
20 million views or 20 million videos uploaded a day to YouTube.
Yep. I was making that talk to my kid the other night because I was like, I didn't have YouTube when I was your age. Like, it came out when I was like a freshman in college, like senior in high school, freshman in college. YouTube became a thing. Yeah. Like, this just didn't exist. I was trying to explain to him what cable TV was. Like, I was just like, no, we watched what was on when it was on.
Yeah, this on-demand thing.
Yeah, you had a plan to watch something. If you missed it, you had to hope they replayed it at like midnight.
Yep, or one of the homies caught it on VHS and recorded it. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, so now how do you... shout out to Tremaine and everybody up in here today. We had a ton of people watching. Lows and Louds podcast said whoop whoop. I missed that earlier. Tremaine's been up in here, active on a mega level. The homie Big Ray West is definitely up in here, heavy too. So shout out to everybody that jumped in here with us. I sent out a couple of links earlier.
Some people say I forgot about Margaritas. Is that one of them? Yeah, Margaritas was a thing, man.
And then there was Jazzy Willie's.
Jazzy Willie's. Do you remember what the place on 6th was, or was that?
So I was thinking it was called The Spot. Does that sound right?
It doesn't. It could be, though.
Okay. And then there was another one more recently on 6th Avenue that... it
might have been Jazzy Willie's is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. Unless that was one of the places on, like, Merle Hay.
Because there was a pop-up spot on 6th Avenue recently, like 6th and Euclid, right around the corner from where Future hosts his stuff at. Yeah. And I met Equinox there one night, and I'm trying to think. I don't think it had a name.
Oh, I think they had battles there at one point. Like the ownership sold the building or some shit.
Yeah, and I think it got
jacked their rent up. It was like a yoga studio that held events and stuff.
Oh,
if it's the place I'm thinking of. Okay, Good Vibes. So it was called Good Vibes.
Good Vibes. Okay, so there was that one. I think that one's on. Is that 6th? That's the one.
I think it was on 6th. I could be wrong.
Okay. So if you keep going north on 6th, then there was another spot at like 6th and Euclid. Yeah. Right over where the bakery and stuff.
I know what you're talking about. It was
it's like
it was a studio, and then they had the room out back. They had battles there too.
Exactly. Yep.
I can't remember who owned that place.
I got invited there a couple times.
Midwest Matthew was the guy running it.
Yep. I got invited there a couple times by Midwest Matthew, and I went to a couple performances, and it just it was an after party spot too, I think, and they would pop up and just rock the mic and stuff, which was very cool. Yeah. So what do you think?
There one time.
As a person that has created dope music and has also battled, what do you think about the stigmatism that battle rappers can't rap? I mean, can't make music, I guess.
I think it comes from the fact that I think a lot of battle rappers now never had to start making music first. You can just start battle rapping now.
and become
when
a
I started,
celebrity.
it wasn't like a thing as much. So you made music. And like even when I started battling, it was to promote my music. I was always like shouting out my music. I wanted my links at the beginning of the battles. It was always to promote the music. The music was like the thing.
Sure.
And then I kind of just, I don't know, I started enjoying battle rap more, and that kind of became my focus. But I think it just depends on the person. There's definitely battle rappers that make great music. I mean, Ilmac makes amazing music. Marv One makes amazing music,
without a doubt.
I just think you have to. I think there's still, I think there's just only so many people that make good music, and some of them either battle or don't. But a lot of battle rappers you might have never written to a beat before, because in your experience it has only been a cappella. You don't have to write a beat on a cappella.
Yeah.
It just, I think some people never had to be exposed to it. And so, yeah, you're not going to make good music if you never had to do that shit. If it's always just been a performance piece to you. Like, there's like the Anderson Burris dude now. Funnier in hell. Great battle rapper. I bet he can't write a song to save his life. I don't think that's a thing he does. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Well, and I guess to your point, I think that if you have that muscle memory where you can always just go back and you don't got to put out the extra effort to being on beat and crunching them bars in and ending on the snare and you know what I mean, making sure everything lines up. When you can just go back to rapping a cappella and killing people, why put out this extra effort over here? Well, unless it's something that you really want to do.
Well, and I do think there is something to say too, where most of the best battle rappers, and maybe it's again a preference thing, most of my favorite battle rappers make good music or could write a beat.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat Stay, that would probably almost be the exception of like, he had a few songs, but I didn't really like Pat Stay's music like that. But as a battle rapper, he was amazing. But a lot of Pat Stay's best shit was just him taking advantage of acapella. The White Snoop Dogg, I could moonwalk with steel toe boots on. Like, that's just the shit that flows smooth acapella.
Yeah. That compliment battle he did with Rowan.
Yeah, there's shit like that where you got guys like Jay the Nightwing now. I bet he could write his ass off on a beat. Just the way he raps in battles tells me, you're a rapper. Like, there's dudes you can see that with. They're like, you're a rapper. You battle rap too.
That's a good point.
But those tend to be the guys I like because I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
But I like the funny guys too because I like to laugh. So there's definitely like, I like the Kid Twist of the world that like weren't great at making music, but was just a clever fucking guy and was funny.
Well, and I gravitate more towards, when I listen to music, I like the heavy punchlines in my music. You know what I mean? So I like Eminem. I like R.J. Payne. I like punchline heavy hip hop with substance instead of just like I can jam out to something that has a cool beat or whatever.
Everything has a time and place.
Yeah. Yeah. But if I'm DJing and running the music for the night, you know what I mean? Then that's what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? It may not be a bunch of club bangers, but you're gonna get hit with some. I don't know if conscious hip hop's the right phrase.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just motherfuckers rapping their ass off.
Hell yeah. That's the shit that appeals to me.
Yeah.
So.
I hear you.
All right. So if people wanted to check you out, if they want to connect with you and want to see more of what you got going on, where can they find you at, bro?
Fucking 2010. You get a time machine. I don't do a ton of socials anymore. You can find me, Ryan Nixon Music, on Facebook. That's really, I don't do the socials anymore. Other than like scrolling. I don't really promote shit anymore. Occasionally I'll post an old battle or two, but I'm not doing anything new enough to like keep up with all that shit anymore.
Okay.
You can find bandcamp.emoticonmusic.com to get the emoticon shit. If you can find it, I think it's on Mike L's Bandcamp is the Neon Current shit. So he's probably just, bandcamp.mikel or mikel.bandcamp, however their fucking website works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit you can find out there. I'll release some more music at some point. I have a YouTube. It's Ryan Nixon Music. I have a few songs that were the unreleased stuff I kind of talked to Steve about before we started, that I put a few of those songs up there, just like rough mixed, that sound okay still. So you can find some of that shit on there. It's all kind of out and about. Yeah, I was never good at like releasing shit.
Yeah.
I just kind of did. And then I look back and I'm like, man, I didn't really actually fucking put shit out other than a few EPs. I just kind of did a lot of shows and made my presence known.
Hey, it worked though.
I guess.
I mean, you are definitely an icon in the city. People know your name.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I had my ex. She brought a friend to one of the battles once, and like I said, I this sounds fucking so. It sounds cringy. I'm not a big fucking deal. I'm not. But she would like he's like, everyone here has come up to him and like wanted to shake his hand. It's like, yeah, because I was like a decent dude. So like people liked me. But like people knew me. Like, so you walk into a battle rap. But I even said in my last battle, I don't think the new crowd knows me. Because they weren't following Get You Some then.
Okay.
I think there's like a new crowd that came in after I kind of stopped. That have no fucking idea who I am. They maybe saw my spaz about Chief when he ducked me fucking 2 times in a row.
You might have to knock the dust off the mic and get back out there, bro.
I maybe still battle rap today if Young Chief shows up to those fucking battles. So I could like get a body and be like, oh, I love this again. Because I was gonna body that dude. He had no fucking chance in those rounds. They were good.
I love it.
And then the Death Note shit was cool, but I choked. Because again, I didn't take prep seriously and fucking choked in the second.
That's me. I'm a fucking procrastinator.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll do it.
Especially when you don't give a fuck about it. Like, it's not like battling. There's certain dudes that like, you accept the battle because at the time, like, I want to battle. And you're like, nothing about this guy motivates me to battle him. And it's like, and all the greats say treat every battle like every fucking battle. And that's how you build a name. And I just, again, I never had that in me. Like, I battled on the level of the guy I was battling.
Yeah.
If I thought you sucked, I didn't put in the effort. Again, I battled Isaac Knox on a week and a half prep and had a great performance, and we had a great battle. Because it was like, I can't get embarrassed by Isaac Knox, so I got to show the fuck up. Like, if I don't think you can embarrass me, I'm not trying that hard, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
why my best battles. That's why my best battle Showtime. I didn't want to fucking die against Showtime.
Right.
So like, I got to do good. Or he's gonna whoop my ass.
I love it. All right, definitely drop us a comment down below. Stay tuned. As always, we got more episodes coming, and we're gonna continue to bring you great material. Thank you so much for coming through,
Dude,
bro.
Thanks for having me. This is fun as shit.
Oh, this was huge, man. Definitely stay tuned. Ryan Nixon. I'm gonna try and get you back on. I'm gonna try and get you back on with Ray.
Any chance to talk, I'm in, Steve.
Hell yeah, I love it. All right, y'all. Until next time, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve for EmceeTV.
Nixon.
And we out.
Peace.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jump. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like hash is clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them goons ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that script and get the cake enough. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls.